Has your mind changed in the last, let's say, few years with Hans obviously posting pretty good results?
No, nothing has changed about what we did or how we view it, because we said we didn't think he cheated over the board, and we think he's a talented player. We said that in the report.
What about, just to make it like a broader issue, which I think is pretty relevant, question of what to do with people who have cheated?
Yeah.
Because you give people second chances, sometimes third chances, right?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
There's only been a few people who got third chances, and they were always young kids, and there were unique circumstances. But no, we've never given third chances as a policy. Yeah.
Do you think that you should be giving second chances at all?
Do you think you should give second chances at all?
I think in an ideal world, assuming there aren't legal boundaries or obstacles, then, I mean, speaking only of chess, of course, I'm all for second chances in life.
Are you?
But I think that the problem with second chances in chess is that there is no punishment. It's not like when you give a second chance, it's usually that the person never gets found out, they never lose any money, they never face any disciplinary action, and they just go
we've
on.
changed this policy, right?
You've banned titled players this year, right?
This year we've banned roughly 90 titled players, and 53 of them have been public, and the ones that haven't are minors on their first chance. Would you ban a 15-year-old for life if they cheated in casual play, Fabi?
Not in casual play.
Would you ban a 15-year-old for life if they cheated in a Title Tuesday?
I think that my policy would be that they would have to return the money.
Okay.
All the money they've won.
What if they haven't won money, but they cheated in a prize event? And they're, again, a minor. They're a kid.
I mean, I would probably give them a second chance, but I would have to think through the policy as a whole.
What you just said is our policy. So we're on the same page. That's literally our policy.
So I know of a case where a non-minor won money in prize events this year and was also banned. What did that person do?
Who is this person?
I don't want to say names.
They're banned publicly, so you can say it.
They're not banned publicly.
And they're back on chess.com? Or they're banned?
Maybe we should keep this off the record.
Well, I'll tell you our policy, because I stand by it, and it's been very difficult to arrive at a thoughtful policy, because you're trying to consider not just the right way of punishment, but the right opportunity toward rehabilitation. Mm-hmm. Just like in the court of law, you can have a crime on paper that is exactly the same. And when this person is before a judge and jury, there's a reason we have the structure we do, because the human beings in the courtroom judging the level of remorse, the explanation, the circumstances, in some cases, like, the difficult life the person has had, whatever the human beings are doing in that courtroom to hand out community service for one 15-year-old and 4 years in juvie for another is based on a human experience. And to be honest with you, I am not comfortable operating in a world where I used to do all of these cases myself, including Hans Niemann and many others. I'm a dad, and I'm just a human being who doesn't believe that people don't have the right to learn from mistakes. I'm not comfortable operating in a world that is black and white and that doesn't allow an opportunity to hear the case out. That said, and let me finish this, because I think in some ways your perspective is justified based on what we were doing. And I think if you actually hear our policy now, and I tried to say this before, but like when we were talking, and I don't know that people fully appreciate that, I've said on record that I think, I act like this isn't on record, at some point, the level of opportunity and the money in the game got so big, we're talking about cancerous growth, that we needed to review our policies. And the reality is we were slow on that. I think we were slow to make change and to get more aggressive and to provide more transparent punishment. Again, you remember where we were at, Fabi, 10, 15 years ago? All online chess was considered casual fuck around chess.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean cheating was good. We all grew up in this world, guys. Like, it didn't mean it was good. It didn't mean we liked it, but it was a different world.
Cheating existed, but it also wasn't as damaging.
It wasn't as damaging, and there wasn't as much stake. So, no, we're all agreeing on this. And I'm saying, so we're on the same page.
Back in the day, they had the ICC Dos Hermanos tournament.
Totally.
With money. People cheated. People cheated in those.
Yeah, and I know some people who cheated in that.
Strong players, grandmas. Like, it's part of human nature. in many ways.
We're agreeing on this, right? There's
Yeah.
no, and so what I'm acknowledging is that we built policies that were based on probably like more liberal forgiveness. Like we were very lenient than we maybe should have been, based on kind of a culture that expected us to be. And at some point we got, I think, really good at it, at least given what we could get good at it. And then the stakes started going way up, right? The motive was out of bounds with like the punishment, right? The reasons to cheat became about more than even prize events. It became about the creator economy, it became about status, right? Sure. It became about vanity and rating points. They mattered, right? And so we did not move quickly enough to be where we're at now. But here's where we're at now. And I don't even know if you know this, but every prize event, anyone who cheats in a prize event is banned publicly. Minors have an opportunity. Minors are the only exception. They have an opportunity to confess and serve their first one with a large, very, very large ban, which for a young person does matter when we're talking about a year or two ban.
Okay. And
the one other major change we made that people don't know is it used to be Danny accepted a confession with an email. Guess what? That got us in legal trouble eventually, just in the sense that not that it wasn't binding, it was binding enough for us because we wanted to forgive people and welcome them back. But in the end, people can say things that, oh, this email was this, or, I think there's an article that makes it very, shared that Maxime Delugi, whatever, claimed like, basically the dog ate his homework and some kid was helping him cheat, whatever. People can say that they wrote things in emails, right? And there's an article about that. They can go look it up. So we have now moved toward prize event bans that are public. You don't get a second chance. You're publicly banned. Minors get a chance to confess, but no matter who confesses, whether it's casual play or minor, so I'll finish.
What do you mean by publicly banned? Like,
it means the account.
Do you announce it somewhere, or do you just put like a ban for fair play?
The ban is no longer a shadow ban like it used to be, where the account was like frozen and it didn't log in.
So you haven't shadow banned, like chess.com hasn't shadow banned any GMs this year?
I don't think so. I think since we changed the policy, we have not. Maybe some young people, possibly. I'll have to check on it.
Can we just go off the record for like 1 second?
Sure.
Okay.
Was one of the most successful players this year in Title Tuesday. Hasn't played an event in like 5 months.
There's a reason we did this.
Uh-huh.
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Because his cheating occurred before our policy change. I just had my last conversation with. But I need you to acknowledge it is actually consistent with our changes. Because here's why. We actually made this change in the terms of service. And when you do that, you can't legally backtrack predating the terms of service. Because if we do, we can get in trouble. Cheating occurred, and there was a run of Title Tuesdays that were egregious, and we ended up going back and investigating. And because he cheated before our policy changes, we closed him under the old policy. That's why.
Are you sure that his cheating wasn't? Because he was like beating me this year.
He's a very strong blitz player, but
I'm sure he is.
The data we closed him for was.
Okay.
Are you guys okay with putting this with beeping the name?
Sure.
So that they understand the explanation.
As long as you really make it clear that it's beeped.
Yeah.
I hope that he is the last GM we close anonymously.